Beneath the azure waves, Atlantis lies shrouded in enigma. A city of marvels where marble spires once reached for the heavens now whispers secrets from its watery grave. We've marveled at tales of its crystal-powered wonders and temples suspended in air, yet a darker narrative threads through this mythical tapestry, one of audacious genetic alchemy. Atlantis, the fabled metropolis swallowed by the sea, has long ignited our collective curiosity. Its submerged ruins, veiled by the sands of time, echo with the grandeur of a bygone era. But beyond the legends of technological prowess lies a realm seldom spoken of, the shadowy alcoves where science flirted with the arcane. Here in the clandestine laboratories of Atlantis, the impossible took form. Visionary minds, unbound by the moral compass of their age, embarked on a quest to rewrite the very fabric of life. They melded magic with the material, forging new beings from the raw essence of nature. It was here, amid the glow of alchemical fires and the hum of otherworldly machinery, that the Atlanteans dared to challenge the gods, crafting a legacy that would endure as long as the city's name is whispered on the lips of dreamers. In the heart of Atlantis, where the veil between science and sorcery was as thin as the morning mist, the gene weavers toiled. These architects of life, cloaked in the aura of the arcane, delved into the mysteries of existence, their ambition as boundless as the ocean that cradled their city. The gene weavers, a cadre of the most brilliant minds Atlantis had ever known, gathered in their sanctum, a chamber pulsating with the energy of raw creation. Here, amidst vials of iridescent liquids and scrolls of ancient wisdom, they embarked on their most audacious endeavor, the splicing of genes from the animal kingdom's most disparate denizens. The chimera serpent, their magnum opus, lay coiled within a crystalline incubator. Its eyes, orbs of molten gold, held the spark of forbidden knowledge, while its scales, each a miniature mosaic, glistened with the secrets of 1,000 lifetimes. The creature was a tapestry of genetic artistry, a symphony of traits harmonized into one being. As the chimera serpent emerged from its birth chamber, it moved with a grace that belied its monstrous form. Its chimp-like arms, endowed with the strength of the jungle's mightiest, reached out with an inquisitive touch, while its serpentine body, a masterpiece of sinuous elegance, whispered through the waterlogged halls of Atlantis. The gene weavers watched with a mix of pride and trepidation as their creation explored its surroundings. The chimera serpent was a living paradox, a creature of both earth and water, embodying the duality of its heritage. It was the embodiment of Atlantean genius, a being that could unravel the threads of nature and reweave them into a new tapestry of life. Yet for all its splendor, the chimera serpent bore the weight of its creator's hubris. It was a creature caught between worlds, its instincts torn between the wild call of the canopy and the enigmatic lure of the abyss. In its eyes flickered the eternal question, what is the cost of defying the natural order? The gene weavers knew that with great power came great responsibility. They had reached into the wellspring of life and drawn forth a being that challenged the very essence of creation. As they pondered the future of their chimera serpent, they could not help but wonder, had they unlocked a new horizon for Atlantis, or had they opened a Pandora's box that would lead to their civilization's downfall? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain. Their experiment had changed the course of history forever. In the depths of Atlantis, where the sea's embrace was both cradle and grave, the merfolk emerged. Born of Atlantean ingenuity, these beings of dual nature navigated the liminal space between terrestrial and marine realms. Their tails, adorned with scales that captured the moon's melancholy glow, propelled them through the water with a grace that belied their human lineage. The merfolk were the progeny of the hydro-alchemists, those enigmatic figures who mastered the art of transmutation. These alchemists, with their hands steeped in the mysteries of the deep, concocted elixirs that transcended the barriers of species and substance. Their laboratories, awash with the azure light of bioluminescent concoctions, were sanctuaries of transformation. As the merfolk traversed the submerged avenues of Atlantis, their songs wove a tapestry of emotion, laments for the sun-drenched world above and hymns of reverence for the abyssal sanctum they called home. They were the guardians of the city's secrets, the keepers of its submerged lore. Yet some whispered that they were abominations, reminders of the hubris that lurked within Atlantean hearts. The hydro-alchemists, undeterred by the whispers of dissent, continued their work. They sought to bridge the gap between worlds, to create beings that could thrive in the volatile embrace of land and sea. Their ambition was as boundless as the ocean, their resolve as unyielding as the tides. The merfolk, for their part, embraced their hybrid existence. They reveled in the duality of their being, finding solace in the fluidity of their identity. Their aquatic tails allowed them to dance with the currents, while their human torsos reached towards the surface, yearning for the warmth of the sun's caress. Yet the existence of the merfolk was not without its trials. The sea, though a mother to them, was also a vast and fickle expanse. They faced the perils of the deep, predators that lurked in the shadows and tempests that roared with the fury of the gods. And above all, they grappled with the existential question that haunted their kind. What was the price of their creation? The amphibious alchemists watched their children of the sea with a mix of pride and concern. They knew that the merfolk were the embodiment of their greatest triumphs and their most profound fears. In the eyes of the merfolk, the reflection of Atlantis's lost glory shone, a testament to the audacity of those who dared to meld science and myth, and a reminder of the delicate balance that governed all life. As the merfolk swam through the city's submerged chambers, their presence was a bridge between realms, a living symbol of the wonders and dangers of Atlantean alchemy. Their story was one of beauty and tragedy, a narrative woven into the very fabric of the sunken city. And as the tides of time ebbed and flowed, the legacy of the merfolk endured, a haunting melody in the symphony of Atlantis's history. Above the sunken spires of Atlantis, where the ocean's breath met the sky's edge, the aero-weavers took flight. These beings, part human and part eagle, embodied the audacity of their creators. Their wings, a fusion of feather and sinew, bore the memories of windswept storms and forgotten constellations. Perched atop ziggurats that reached towards the heavens, the aero-weavers surveyed the land and sea. Their eyes, sharp as talons, traced the contours of distant islands and traced the currents that whispered secrets across the waves. They were sculptors of flight and destiny, their very existence a testament to ambition. Yet with every beat of their wings, the aero-weavers felt the ache of longing. They yearned for the freedom denied to their terrestrial counterparts, the touch of open skies, the unbridled expanse of horizon. Their feathers, iridescent and fragile, held the weight of dreams deferred. As they soared, the echoes of ancient songs reverberated within them. The aero-weavers carried the lore of forgotten avian civilizations, their migrations, their celestial dances, their silent prayers to the wind. They were the bridge between realms, messengers of both hope and hubris. But hubris, like a shadow, clung to their flight. For in their pursuit of the heavens, they risked losing touch with the earth. Their talons, once rooted in soil, now clung to the precipice of possibility. The aero-weavers grappled with the paradox. To ascend was to forsake, and to remain grounded was to deny their very essence. And yet there was beauty in their struggle. The Atlanteans revelled in their botanical marvels too, the garden of hybrid blooms. Here, flora and fauna merged, creating sentient blossoms that whispered forgotten truths. Carnivorous vines slithered through the loamy soil, their thorns etched with ancient memories. The garden thrived, a testament to Atlantean audacity. Each petal held a fragment of the city's lost wisdom, and each bloom sang of creation's boundless palette. The aero-weavers, when they descended from their celestial heights, found solace among these hybrid wonders. They touched petals with reverence, seeking answers to questions they dared not voice. In the interplay of wings and petals, the Atlanteans discovered their own dual nature, the yearning for both sky and soil, the hunger for both flight and rootedness. And so as the sun dipped below the watery horizon, casting a golden glow upon the garden of hybrid blooms, the aero-weavers returned. Their feathers bore the hues of twilight, and their eyes held the wisdom of those who dared to defy gravity. For in Atlantis, where science and magic danced, the aero-weavers remained suspended, a living testament to the price of ambition, the cost of reaching for the stars. In the heart of Atlantis, where ley lines intersected and ancient glyphs pulsed with forgotten energy, the elemental shifter was born. This being defied the very fabric of existence, a fusion of human spirit and elemental force. Its form was fluid, ever-changing. In the blink of an eye, it shifted from flames that licked the air to liquid tendrils that flowed through the city's veins. Earth clung to its feet, grounding it even as it danced with the tempests. The Atlanteans watched, breathless, as the elemental shifter wove magic into reality. Its eyes, two pools of iridescence, held the city's fate. Could it save Atlantis from its watery tomb, rekindling the ancient fires that once powered its machines? Or would it tip the scales, plunging the city deeper into oblivion? The elemental shifter stood at the crossroads of destiny, a living paradox. Its existence whispered of both creation and destruction, of balance teetering on the edge. And as it spread its wings, part ember, part tidal surge, the Atlanteans held their collective breath. For in that moment, Atlantis hung in the balance, and the elemental shifter bore the weight of eternity. As the waves whispered their secrets, we glimpsed the remnants of Atlantean ambition, genetic experiments that echo through time. In the hidden chambers, the chimera serpent still coils, waiting for a curious soul to unravel its mysteries. The mysteries and wonders of this ancient civilization continue to intrigue us, leaving us with a sense of curiosity and amazement. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, subscribe for more mind-bending mysteries from the depths of history.